His career here in Congress and all he's done for literally millions of Americans, you can't help but really marvel at this man. He's never done it for the power or the portraits, but for the people that he represents.
It was an element of trust between two people who did have strong differences of opinion, no question about that, but who shared a common theme. That's for farmers and ranchers and everybody involved in agriculture, and that's everybody. Don't complain about agriculture if your mouth is full. So from that standpoint, Tom, thank you for your friendship. It is a privilege, it's an honor, and it's a pleasure to see you receive this wonderful, wonderful portrait that we will gaze upon fondly in the Senate Agriculture Committee. I thank you, sir. Thank you for all, all of you for coming.
I think I wear several hats here today, and let me start with a hat that I'm proud of, that I was not born with, but which I adopted, which is an Iowan. Iowans are extraordinarily proud of their senators, both Tom Harkin and Chuck Grassley. And they are proud of them because of the integrity, the hard work, the dedication, the passion and commitment that they have seen from Tom Harkin for the many, many years that he has served in the House and in the Senate. So on behalf of Iowans today, Senator, we are extraordinarily proud of you and extraordinarily proud of this moment that recognizes in a very small way the extraordinary work that you've done through your career. He has strived in his work as the chair of the Ag Committee and all of his work as a senator to make sure that those who live, work, and raise their families in rural communities have a fair shot and have a fair shake and have the resources and the tools and the jobs and the clean water and the decent homes and broadband access and the new technologies that are so prevalent in many of our urban centers. He wants everyone who lives, works, and raises their family in those rural communities to have the same benefit. And that is also going to survive decades and decades because of his work. Our rural communities are stronger, they are better, and we have a higher quality of life because of the work of Tom Harkin. I would not be standing here as a Secretary of Agriculture, for that matter as a former governor of our great state of Iowa, or even a state senator, were it not for Tom Harkin. When you're 23 points behind in a governor's race, you have very few friends. You got your family maybe, but we literally were in a position of having to shut the doors down of my campaign in 1998 until Tom Harkin arrived with help and assistance. And Senator, I will never forget that as long as I live. I owe a lot to you from your friendship, the mentoringship that you provided to me and Chet Culver and all of the Iowa Democrats who have benefited from your leadership. You are a friend, you are a role model, you are for many of us an idol and someone that we will always aspire to be like.
All of us senators know, congressmen know, we don't do it by ourselves. Yeah, our name may be on the bill and stuff, but you just don't do things by yourself around here. You've got to do them with other people, and you got to do them with colleagues and people you work with. And there's an old saying I've heard many times about the Senate that senators are a constitutional impediment to the smooth functioning of staff. And I've always had a great fondness for the character and the mission of the Agriculture Committee, for the deep shared commitment of members of this committee to farm and ranch families, to citizens of small towns and the countryside, everyone who depends on the abundance of America's farms. Given my upbringing in rural Iowa, it was a special honor to serve as the chair of this committee. I guess technically speaking, from this portrait, I will be looking down on this committee and its members, but that is totally inaccurate. I will always look up to this committee, its great leaders down through the decades, and the wonderful things members of this committee have done to make America and the world, through our investment in rural America, a better place for all. Thank you very much.